Are you a physical therapist that feels stuck, burned out, or even questioning if you want to stay in the industry any longer? Are you at the end of your week every Friday completely overwhelmed, wondering how you're going to muster the energy to invest time in yourself or your family? Do you find yourself wondering about that never-ending pile of paperwork that just won't seem to go away? In this video, I'm going to share with you information that's going to help you understand why you're in the position that many other physical therapists find themselves in right now. I'm also going to share with you data that I hope will free you from that, to make decisions to empower you to get unstuck and unburned out, and to help you decide if you really want to stay in physical therapy. And I'm going to share all that with you coming right up. Hey guys, my name is Humphreys. If we're meeting for the first time, I'm a physical therapist of 18 years. I've been a private practice owner and I've owned multiple medical billing companies. I'm currently coaching PT practices across the country, and I even started some other coaching outside of our industry. And the education I have received is going to empower you because I'm sharing all that free on this channel. So if you'd like information like this continually to support you, click that subscribe button, because that lets me continue to do these videos. So let's start right away by talking about the 3 influences that are making you feel burned out and stuck as a physical therapist. I have spent 15 years coaching and running my own practices with PTs, new private practice owners, and new grads. And these 3 things are in fact the most influential in putting people in this position. And that is money, mills, and mindset. So let's start off with money. PTs now are graduating with doctorate level degrees, which is huge for our industry, and I have a video about that in the card above if you want to hear more on that. But here's the problem, is that PTs are being paid the same. So you have all these new physical therapists with more debt than they've ever had, making the same or less amount of money. And then you have private practice owners facing declining reimbursements. PTs are coming out of school with a great deal of stress because they have this huge pressure of debt. And then you have no hope of growth because you only see declining reimbursements. So money bleeds into the second problem, which is mills. Physical therapy mills are traditionally associated with outpatient physical therapy practices. And more commonly than not, PTs think it's because PT owners are greedy. Well, let me tell you, in the physical therapy industry, the national average for net profitability is 8%. If you don't know what that means, let me tell you that's very low. So PT practice owners are some of the most stressed out people I've met. There are those who are greedy, without a doubt, but they are few and far between compared to the men and women who are trying to make a profit just running their practices. So what do most PT practice owners do when they see declining reimbursements? Well, they just add more patients to the mix. They add more production into their physical therapist schedule, which creates more work. Then you compound that with the fact that insurances are requiring greater amounts of paperwork. And then you have PTs who are completely burned out and stuck. And that leads to the third problem, which really influences the other 2, which is the mindset. So let's start with the PT practice owner mindset. Most PT practice owners do not have formal business training. And so that creates much of this problem. Number 1, we have PT practice owners who see the declining reimbursements, they get scared, and so they add more patients to the schedule instead of learning how to mitigate that problem in other areas of their business. And then you have PTs who traditionally treat patients for the same amount of time regardless of how much their insurance is compensating them for. So you see PTs giving away their time in addition to PTs that are putting more patients on the schedule, and it's a formula for disaster. So what are you supposed to do? Well, let me tell you first of all that there is hope if you love being a physical therapist. The industry is going to continue to explode over the next 20 years. People are forecasting that the demand for our services will not get met by the number of PTs that are graduating. So there is plenty of opportunity to grow and serve, but you have to start with what I believe is the key solution to unraveling this spiral problem we're in. We need to get more knowledge. Yeah, that's a simple answer, but I'm talking specifically about business knowledge. I'm talking about training. In my experience, I got to the point where I was so burned out that I almost walked away from my practice and became something completely different. But then I did something about it. I hired a coach and I joined a business networking group, and I started training in business information. I spent $250,000 alone in my business training. I don't even want to think about the millions of dollars I probably lost in not knowing how to run a practice. But let me tell you, that problem begins with the new grad. We have new graduates who don't even know how to interview for a job. We need to get business training infused into what we do so that we can pivot when these problems exist and not just pile new patients into our physical therapist workload. So if you're currently stuck and you don't have enough time to learn anything, start really small. Grab a business book. I'll put some business books in the links below that I think are foundationally essential to helping you grow and learn as an individual. And that is the very reason why I created this channel. I am giving that information away. Of all the thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars I spent in learning to help create a profitable business that actually saw fewer patients per hour when I was more profitable than when I was actually losing money. So business knowledge is an essential aspect to learning how to be a responsible and profitable provider. That's where this channel name came from. I want you to be a profitable provider. That doesn't just mean making more money. It means changing your mindset. It means being able to impact your family and yourself and creating the freedom while you serve people in the darkest nights of their lives. If this information isn't worth it to you, if you're thinking, man, I don't think there's enough knowledge in the world that would help me want to stay in this profession, I would tell you, you still have to start by learning more business information. Because no matter what industry you pivot to, that's going to be essential for you to be successful as an individual. So let me ask you, did I miss something? Is there another influence that's causing burnout and PTs being stuck? Then I want you to add it to the comments below. I read every comment and I will respond to every one. If you have more desire to learn on a specific business topic, also put that in the comments below and I'll make sure to address that in an upcoming video. But either way, thank you for your time, PTs. Until next time.